All right, we are live. This is incredible news, guys. If you don't know this guy, you're going to get the history lesson today. Mark Rink, guys. I'm standing at, Mark brought me to his place where he grew up, Mark, go ahead and tell us. So, let's take a look. So, this is Mark's house.
This is my house I grew up in. We moved here in about '68. My dad worked for McDonnell Douglas, and out of this garage is where we started buying bicycles at the police auction. My dad started fixing them up until the neighbors complained of all the traffic, and that's how Peddlepower started. We moved out of the garage here, and about 2 miles down, which we could show you a little later.
So Peddlepower Bikes was started by Mark's dad, and then give us a little bit more than that, Mark. Come on, tell us what happened after.
So we had the bike shop for a few years, Open WSA, which we're going to go visit here in a few minutes.
Western Sports Rama.
And our first bikes were called Rink Raiders, and then Peddlepower, and then we changed the name to Powerlite in '78. But this is where all the magic happened. Oh my God, somebody's in the garage. Let's go see
the infamous garage. So anyway, huge history here. Got a chance to meet up with Mark at the National. We chat once in a while, but I really wanted to get the history out of him, so he said, come on down. Let's come on down and we'll walk through it. And you want to understand the magic this guy has right in there, and I'm going to get it out of him today. We're going to talk. I want to go to lunch with him. He has so much history, it's ridiculous. So I want him to tell the truth about really what happens in the very beginning. Tell us about the very first time what year did you start racing?
First time I raced was 1972. I went to a race. I'm pretty sure it was an Ernie race in
NBA.
Yeah, in Silmar. I'm not even sure if it was called NBA yet, but they were just races. I went in my Schwinn. I had a banana seat and flagpole, and my mom said, you cannot race, no matter what, do not race. But yeah, we raced. So we came home. And
you had told me a true story that you may have been one of the first racers to ever wear a helmet in BMX.
Yeah, well, I don't know about ever wear one, but I was the first one that had one of the first ones where my mom said, if you're gonna race, you have to wear a helmet. And it was a cheap football helmet that we got as a kid growing up. And I put some stripes on it. It looks kind of like a Michigan helmet. You can see it in some of the old pictures.
Oh, nice. And that started the striping that went on to Powerlite. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But your designs of your helmets for Powerlite were very similar to your first helmet. Is that right?
No.
Okay, that's why I got the facts here. I got them right here. We can get the facts out, the truth.
Salami can post some pictures later on my Peddlepower page. I have actual pictures of the very first helmets. It kind of turned into, was it the Amy? What were they? No. Echo, yeah. The Echo design was actually my dad's. Not the Echo design, I'm not going to say that, but you can go on the page and look at all the prototypes, and they sure look similar.
Nice. And then tell us about the Rink Raider, please. It's such a historic, iconic brand. So please fill us in on that.
So at the end of '74, my dad decided to make some frames and forks, and he went to he was a McDonnell Douglas engineer. His friend John Johnson was a test pilot there, who my dad remained friendly with. He used to come into the bike shop, and he ended up helping us make some of the first ones. And we built those for about a year, and then we went to the single bar, and John asked if we could continue making them, and he did.
So it was a double top tube.
It was the exact same frame. Steve Johnson thanks my dad for the design in his speech, and when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. And but yeah, it's 100%. So Rink Raider was my dad's. We built them.
The first double top tube
yes.
BMX bike.
Yeah.
So guys, anybody, this is the truth. That's why we're here, guys. So anyone that says, hey, the Torker was the first, it's the Rink Raider.
There's only one Rink Raider. It's in the Hall of Fame. Dennis Staines.
And what year was what year was the first Rink Raider, like a complete bike, or not a complete bike, but a frame?
The end of '74.
End of '74, yeah. Guys.
Torker,
amazing.
Torker it wasn't even Torker in the beginning. It was Johnson Engineering, or Texon.
Nice.
And that was about it.
Nice. See, this is the history, guys. I love Mark because he has so much. And can you tell us about even what your parents did for tracks? I mean, it's enormous.
So in '72, we started the bike shop, and I began racing. And my dad thought that having a racetrack near us would be good for business. So we found WSA, Western Sports Rama. We leased the land behind the batting cages. It was the batting cages where I used to go practice for Little League. And we built the track, and we ran it for a year, 2 years probably. And the owner, Bill Hemrick, he decided he wanted to make his own bike shop on the track property. So my dad's like, screw this, we're not gonna run the races here and help you. So that's when we left, and we left WSA in the beginning of '75, and we opened up Corona Raceway.
Corona Raceway. He just said it, right? Iconic, unbelievable. I never got a chance to race it. His parents ran Corona. Are you kidding me? How so many legendary people came out of Corona. It's not even funny.
So that was '75, '76. We had the famous Cal Cup race there. That was my parents also. Probably the biggest race of all the '70s. I mean, 50 years later, people still talk about it.
Yeah. Who were some of the names that were at the Cal Cup that
Oh, well, yeah, everybody who's who. I mean, Dave Clinton, Kenny Mingus, Anderson brothers, Patterson brothers, except for they're all 12 years old. Eddie King,
right.
That was Eddie King's first year or two of racing. Yeah, it was just amazing. We had 3 qualifying races, which was actually pretty cool too. So there was a Northern California. They did 3 races separate. There was a Central California, which was like Bakersfield. They did. And then we had an LA, Orange County was one group, and San Diego was one group. So the top 5 in each category for each age group advanced to the Cal Cup. So each age group had 20 riders in each class. That was it.
Wow.
So you were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LA, 1, 2, 3, 4 San Diego, and so on, Central and NorCal.
And then it came down to the final.
So
right?
it was pretty, like for LA, Orange County, the 3 tracks where you qualified the month before were Holyfield Park, WSA, and Randall Ranch.
Jesus.
So the top 5 riders accumulated those points, and that's how you made the Cal Cup.
Amazing. So I love Mark to death, man. Not only created Powerlite, Rink Raider, Peddlepower, the tracks, WSA, Western Sports Rama. Google that. Corona Downhill. Guy is iconic, man. I'm so glad I'm hanging out with him today.
One more.
Go for it. I love this.
So after...
Go, Mark, go.
At the end of '76 or so, the insurance on the racetrack, people started getting hurt at Corona. And
Go figure.
So it was hard to make money, so we actually left Corona and started the Santa Ana Elks Club.
Dude, come on already, right?
Yeah.
You could have retired just running Corona and been like, look, we're gods in BMX. No, keep it going. Santa Ana Elks. Santa Ana Elks produced a lot of amazing riders as well, right?
And also we were in the beginning of the BMXL, sorry. That started out of Santa Ana Elks Club too. Elks Club, La Mirada. I don't know, there was a handful of tracks that ran it for a couple of years. But
It's the man, dude. It's the man. So we came to his house today. We're going to do a big tour. I wanted to actually officially announce I'm going to start Lunch with the Legends, episodial shows on this particular. Pistol Pete's watching, dude. How good is that?
hey, Pete.
So yeah,
Lunch with the Legend in cars.
Lunch with the Legends. But we got in the car, and they really didn't work out. But I'm going to guarantee some great stuff. We had a special guest coming with us today. If you just heard him, maybe you didn't. But we had a special guest coming today we wanted to talk to. I don't know where he's at, but I did not want to lose an opportunity to talk to Mark. He's an icon. So we're going to go eat some lunch. Maybe we'll continue this conversation. But because we got to get into Powerlite. Powerlite's an iconic brand, right? We got to get into Powerlite. So maybe we'll have lunch. I'll buy him lunch. I'm that kind of a guy. I'm nice. So we'll talk about Powerlite. And because there's so much history, guys. Amazing. I'm so pumped today. This is fucking great. So, all right, we're going to leave Mark's house. There it is, where he grew up. Look at that. He snuck out of that bedroom a couple times. I don't know. Go on some dates. I don't know. Mark, you can tell us. And right there in that garage was some history, BMX history. So, all right, I'm going to sign out here. I'll probably pick this up in about an hour. We're going to eat something. And so glad to have Mark, man. He knows a lot. He knows the truth. I love him. And we're going to continue this. Thank you for tuning in. And come back. I'll announce again we're going to do another Lunch with a Legend. Mark, you're the first legend that we're going to interview for lunch. Lunch with the Legends. #1, there he is. All right, thank you so much, guys. You're awesome. Go ride.